Vegas for SEMA, and well, I'm already here. Steven's on his way in today, and while I wait for Steven, we're gonna check out this. I had no idea that Shelby, the famed race car driver turned Ford tuner turned car builder, had a headquarters in Las Vegas, and they actually have a little museum here, and they build cars here. While we wait for Steven, let's go check out what is in the Shelby Heritage Center in Las Vegas. Full disclosure, I know nothing about American cars. I'm even wearing a Volkswagen t-shirt, so I really hope that they let me in. Let's find out. Oh, and I do have some good news for you. This whole thing, it's gonna be a voiceover. Oh look, a door. All right, right when you first walk in, there is a expansive gift shop, but we're gonna talk about the gift shop later. They did have some cool things. No, camera Alan, get away. I said there we go. Let's head to the museum first. This is the museum. It's right past the gift shop, and honestly, it's about the same size as the gift shop. But I would say the things in here are much cooler and also probably a little bit more expensive. The museum is shaped like a big horseshoe, and you start on the left with the older Cobras and work your way around to the more modern stuff. And behind these cars on the wall is pictures of them actually racing back in the day, and a little bit about what you're looking at. And right here, these three chrome Cobras, especially this Speedtail hardtop, I think are the coolest things in the entire museum. These three alone were worth the trip. Also, gold Cobras and white Shelby Mustangs and green Shelby Mustangs. And then we have this reproduction movie car that Matt Damon and Batman used to make the Ford versus Ferrari movie. Right next to the very fake movie car is the actual Aston Martin that Carroll Shelby won Le Mans in before he went on to his Ford versus Ferrari fame. On the other side of the museum, the other side of the horseshoe, there were more modern cars, which, I thought these wheels were pretty cool since they're all carbon fiber, but I'm not really into modern American cars, so I don't know, they were cool, but weren't really doing it for me. One thing I did find interesting about the newer cars is a couple of them were for sale, and I know it's really hard to find a new car right now, so if you're in the market, check out the Shelby Museum. Right after the museum, and before you get into the gift shop, there's a series of windows where you can actually look onto the factory floor where they're modifying cars for current customers. One thing I found super interesting about the shop is that there are only 1 or 2 Mustangs in there. Everything being worked on was a pickup truck, a lot of F-250s and a lot of Raptors. So I guess it's true that people just buy a lot of trucks and SUVs these days. Regardless, it was still pretty cool. If you had a white F-250 you worked on recently at Shelby, maybe check your paint because, well, this guy didn't care about your paint. Once you see the cool cars in the museum and you see the paint shenanigans happening in the workshop, you should probably check out the gift shop because, oh my, there is a lot to see. Like cutting boards and tiny flags and these straw hats, which I tried but it did not fit my giant head. Tiny brake rotor ashtrays. If you got thirsty, there's Shelby bottled water and Shelby energy drink in 2 different flavors. Of course, there were t-shirts and stickers, but my personal favorite were the Carroll Shelby Racing Rubber Duckies. Okay, maybe my favorite was actually the Shelby beer pong table. And now let's hand it over to regular old Alan. So even as a non-American car person, this place is really cool. It's free to check out the museum. If they are doing tours, I think it's $50-$60 for a tour, which seems like it might be worth it because they let you into the actual factory floor where they work on the cars. I would say if you are an American car person, a Mustang person, a Shelby person, definitely check it out. Or if you just have some time to kill and you're in Vegas, it's free, so go take a look. And I got some souvenirs. I bought the rubber ducky. As always, the real cool cars are just in the parking lot. Like this hardtop S2000 and this awesome old Freightliner.